excited to see the bracket, see who I'm playing. See if anybody I played in the past. You know, a lot of people, they got grudges against me.
Oh, weird percentage. You don't want to.
Because, you know, they don't like maybe how I play. Maybe I play a little bit too spaced out. Maybe I threw a dog biscuit at their face.
I'm Hallis, and I'm a Rivals of 2 player. I've been competing in fighting games for a very long time. Rivals 2 is not my first game that I played. I played a lot of Rivals 1 when it first came out. I played Melee, Ultimate, Tekken. Rivals is the one that really speaks to me the most. It's very conducive to the way I want to play, the style I want to use, and kind of the feel I'm looking from a game, you know? Back in 2021, I was given a competitive ban. I was no longer allowed to compete in any Rivals of Aether tournaments, and I was devastated. I was not allowed to do the thing that I loved most in the world. It was like being told that you can't hang out with your friends or watch your favorite movie ever again. And it stuck with me for a long time, but, you know, at the end of 2024, Rivals 2 came out. To reach out to the tournament organizers and kind of figure out, you know, am I allowed to play? What are the rules here? Because specifically in my ban, I was banned from all Rivals of Aether events. This is Rivals 2.
Can you please just introduce yourself to the camera?
My name is Dustin Hertz. I'm a tournament organizer for Genesis.
Are you happy Hallis is back?
No. Quite honestly, I hope I'd never see him again, to be honest with you. Pretty much all he's done is ruin every single tournament I've tried to organize. I should have banned him from the tournament pretty much sooner.
I was practicing every day, got myself a coach, you know, and started preparing for the first big tournament, my big return, you know, and everything was set in place. So about 2 weeks before the tournament, I decided to head to Nevada to have one more in-person coaching session. And I think this helped me a lot, actually. It helped me kind of get my mind in the mode where it's like, okay, it's time to compete. It's time to perform. And when you're in a place when you're getting ready to compete and perform, you don't want to be around people that don't know what that's like, you know, because they just don't understand it. So it was good to be able to stay at my coach's for a while and really fine-tune those last little things.
First time on camera?
Yeah, you know, I'm been on camera in a while, so you know.
You had an OnlyFans, right?
I'm Tyrone. I'm coaching Hallis for this tournament coming up. We've been coaching, you know, several weeks now. He's definitely got some tweaking we need to do, but we still have some time before the tournament. I think he could definitely be a good player.
You know, it's nice to have some like outside opinions about like what you need to improve, what you need to work on, but like, you know, so close to the actual tournament itself, we're kind of just, you know, we're working on like, you know, strategy, game plan, like high level stuff, like technical things that like it's just, it's not really something that I can't disclose too much. You know, obviously you guys are making a documentary out of this, but I don't want people to know, you know, what kind of methods and kind of what I'm up to. I'm practicing, you know, things I'm thinking about, crafting my mind. I'm always seeing the game a little bit different than the average person. I'd say, you know, they're looking at it like a linear structure, A, B, C, D. I'm looking at it like, you know, like fucking the alphabet, you know, like I'm putting X's, I'm putting triangles in places. I don't think, I just do, you know, I see a beautiful woman, I call her a whore. I see a group of children, I pop their balloons. I don't just do something without, you know, some amount of inspiration, a divine hope. And I honestly, I don't think that anybody would expect me to act any differently. And whoever the fuck is out there saying I should act differently, they should just go fuck themselves.
Or someone's story. That really is where, you know, like a people's champion is born. I've always considered myself more of a people's champion.
What do the fans mean to you?
I mean, every single one of them is important to me. Because, you know, at the end of the day,
none of this is possible. I'm not able to live this life I do without people giving me their adoration and respect. And as one of the biggest figures in the community, I do take my role seriously.
Yeah, I try not to listen to the noise too much. Other people are always gonna have their opinions about things, but it doesn't matter what they say. I try to only listen to people close to me, like my coach Tyrone or my best friend Hardar. Those are two people that I trust their opinions about me.
Who this is?
Oh, I mean, I wouldn't say no. We were classmates. We had some classes together, but we weren't super close or anything. Same general circle, but I wouldn't say we were close or anything like that. He takes off his jacket at security, and the first thing you see is his like blinking black item strapped to his chest. And of course, everyone just assumes the worst. I mean, Middle Eastern guy, like what are we thinking here? Like, I don't know what happened to him after. Frankly, I think that was the last time I saw him.
Well, actually, he's still around. If I told you he was competing in Genesis this weekend, what would you say about his odds?
Um, is that a terror cell?
Do you think he'll actually be able to win Genesis?
What would you do if Hallis ends up winning it all?
I'd fucking kill myself. That dude, worse than my 9-year-old brother.
Yeah, I think he'll have a good shot, but we got some training to do for sure.
Okay, got a little work to do. I understand that.
Why don't you go ahead and introduce yourself?
Richard Robson. Yeah, I come to all of these. I try my best to keep my game up.
And do you know Alice 22?
Was he the dude that threw the dog food? He threw the dog food at someone at a tournament.
Can you tell me a little bit about the Jazz Wizard incident?
Jazz Wizard incident.
Yeah. Yeah, I was there.
I remember he played in an incredibly disrespectful way. He wouldn't approach me. He would just spam projectiles. He wouldn't interact with me. If I wouldn't run in, nothing would happen in the game.
I know things were getting heated at one point, and
He gets up. I thought he was about to like pop off or something because he looked so emotional.
But some people get kind of competitive. I felt like the dog biscuits was kind of the real part of it that I thought was really messed up, to be honest with you.
throwing can definitely be something that can be done at some point in time when you can be angry.
Obviously, that frustration starts to boil over from inside of you, starts showing on the outside a little bit.
And he just started throwing dog biscuits at his opponent.
There was an object thrown. The identity of it was later disclosed as a dog treat.
Who would even throw them at someone? Like, what the fuck is that?
Throwing dog biscuits. I don't even know why he bought dog biscuits for this event. Like, was he planning to do it?
Personally, I'm not a thrower, so I don't swing that way, per se. But
Something I regret. Something I regret sincerely. Not just because it kept me away from the game I love for so long, but because that's not my brand. That's not what I represent, I don't want to be seen in the community as someone who can't take a loss, in the very few occasions that I do lose.
I do know that Hallis will always remember that moment for the rest of his life.
Ooh, that one's actually pretty good. Hi, my name is Nathan, otherwise known as Jazz Wizard amongst the people.
So, how long have you been playing Rivals?
I've been playing Rivals, since way back in the day, really, since we all in the glory days with all the boys and we were all getting on the grind together and really trying to get our combos set up. But nowadays, ever since the dog biscuit incident, nothing to do with that, but I've had to slow my roll a little bit and kind of put my values towards where it's meant most. Well, like I said, I'm already moved on. Like it's not a big deal to me anymore. But it was a thing that did happen, and people were there. Dog biscuits were thrown.
Sometimes people might make mistakes when they're younger. People can change.
Yeah, anyone can change. Anyone can change. Anyone can, embrace the powers of what it means to become a better version of yourself every day. Like me with Rivals of Aether, like every single day. And sometimes, that's just the way the biscuit crumbles. Like it just gets thrown at you, and like you just have to understand that sometimes, it won't be biscuits. It'll be like dog treats or something. Like jerky, man. I would rather have jerky thrown at me than biscuits. But like, fuck, man, I don't. Like I said, I don't think about it anymore. It's not on my mind. It's not on my mind.
He's competing at Genesis this weekend. Do you hope that maybe has a good run?
Oh yeah, I wish him the best. I wish him like I said, like he's doing what he's doing, and like I respect his game. It's all said and done. We're a bunch of like I consider it a retirement home at this point. If he wants to go retire in the retirement home, I ain't gonna say nothing.
Match day 1 went great. Came out the gate a little nervous, slow to start, but first match was a setter burn ditto, which I love the ditto. And I'm on top of him, I'm making pressure, I'm doing everything great. We have a nice little tete-a-tete, little back and forth for a while, but eventually I was able to overcome him.
Okay, off to a pretty good start. Competition's a little bit tougher than I was expecting, but I think if I pull my game together and I just keep playing the way I know I can play, I can do anything out here.
And the way these tournaments work is the first thing you have to do is make it out of pools. That's day 1. And to make it out of pools, you can only lose 1 of 3 games. So getting that first win was very important for me. In game 2, I'm playing Tanduri, very good Maple player. And that character has always been somewhat of a problem for me. Very fast in the air, hard to deal with once you get them going. So I dropped game 2. And I'm feeling the pressure a little bit more right now, right? Because I didn't expect to be in a position where I'm losing my second game. I figured I'd win game 1, win game 2, and whatever happens game 3 doesn't matter because I'm into day 2. But now I have to take game 3 seriously, and my tournament life's, on the line here. I got to win this next game. Pull up, Crag. I love facing Crag. Crag's this big, dumb idiot that you can just beat around left and right all day. It doesn't even matter. So, game 1 went good. I won my ditto. Game 2, I dropped. But game 3, I was able to clutch it up and proceed to the next day. When I arrived, the energy was totally different, Day 1, there's always a bunch of people there, very hopeful, excited. Day 2, it's everyone serious left. I found out I'm playing Johnny Cocking, the best Crag in America. And we had an amazing set, back and forth, back and forth. It was It was one of the rare sets in my life where I remember thinking mid-match, damn, how do I get around this? I take game 1 in kind of a lucky fashion. He takes game 2 by this much. And in game 3, it wasn't even close. He ran my ass up and down the fucking staircase, down the block, around the corner, slapped me left and right across my penis. It wasn't even close. I got embarrassed. Losing like that, being knocked out so early into the final day. You never want to give up until it's over, but I knew it was over. And yeah.
It's a gut-wrenching feeling, I'd say, to work so hard for something and just to have so much passion for something and just get this close, and it's all ripped away.
There is a sadness to our existence, not born of particular grief, but of the sheer weight of being. We are conscious of our own fragility, how easily we can be swept away by the winds of fate. We're like lost ships in an open sea, drifting without a map, unsure of the direction, unsure of whether we'll make it to shore or not, only to end up swallowed by the water. It is the awareness of impermanence that strikes the deepest wound in our soul, the realization that we are not permanent, that nothing about this life is certain. It is a fleeting dance, and yet we must dance. This won't discourage me. This won't stop me. I will come back stronger.